Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk about World Liberty Financial. Okay, there's been a lot of steam coming out about the Trumps and as it relates to crypto, and kind of addressing some of these concerns as the first time to trade this token, as it did become live to transact on Monday, did happen, and we've seen a lot of steam coming out about that and what exactly is going on. So I want to get into some of this and debunk a lot of the claims and give you guys my take. So if you're new to the channel, great time to hit that like button. Please subscribe down below and let's talk some crypto, okay? So we'll look at the top 100 here, guys, and we'll share kind of what we're looking at as World Liberty Financial, trading at a $6.3 billion market cap, up about 0.5% over the last hour, but still not a lot of the data to go off of, as we are still down 1.3% over the last day, the last 24 hours. And this is, like I said, guys, a very, very young kind of lifespan thus far. We're going to have to kind of get outside the daily candles because there has not been a lot to go off of. And quite frankly, as we look at it, this is all we have, okay? So this is kind of where we're going to lend into the conversation that I want to share with you guys. And what is actual World Liberty Financial? Well, the token is the product. Now, this is coming out of blockworks.co. Well, let's talk about it, and I will share with you guys my thoughts as well, because there are people out there that think that just the Trump family became $5 billion richer, and this is something where you look into these comment, people who are smart love my licensing deals because you don't have any risk and you make tremendous amounts of cash, okay? Heard the opposite coming out of Elizabeth Warren, the anti-crypto person that we do have in the Senate. And one thing I'll tell you about Trump, though, he did make me a little wealthier because I was able to take advantage of the Trump token upon launch. And then obviously we were able to get out of there before all of that turnover, as that became a top 15 crypto basically overnight. Now, this is where we look into the transferable nature of the token for the first time Monday. And on paper, the Trump family did become $5 billion wealthier. Now, what exactly is happening? Well, 22.5 billion tokens that the World Liberty enterprise granted the Trump's family DT Marks DeFi LLC. They're restricted, okay? So they cannot be sold for the time being, but the Trumps don't need to sell. When World Liberty sells, World Liberty Financial tokens are created, when the ones that they were created, 75% of the proceeds go to this LLC. That's unusual, okay? So a little bit of a loophole here. So essentially, it's them creating fake equity within the project. So it's something where you look into the analogy, if Steve Jobs personally pocketed 75% of the proceeds when anytime somebody sold Apple shares to investors. So it's almost, in a sense, a private kind of dividend for the Trump family. Now, it's the only scale of the profit sharing that is historic, because the arrangement between World Liberty and the Trump family is perhaps best understood as a licensing deal. Okay, so that's a little bit of a loophole for him to use his branding, his exposure, and to have this claim out there within crypto. Now, from this perspective, essentially what it looks like on paper is that World Liberty is paying a 75% licensing fee to sell Trump-branded cryptos. Now, this is a primary business strategy a lot of people are looking into, right? We've seen the Trump token, we've seen Melania, we've seen just kind of all the dabbling. And my personal take on it is it's bad press, okay? As Trump looks to expand adoption, decrease regulation, and allow crypto to kind of be what it should be out there in the space, this is something where it looks into kind of the, I would say, for lack of better words, the wrongdoings I think Trump has had in his career. It's very sketchy, in my opinion. However, as the Trump organization became a global licensing empire, this is something where we've seen a lot of his real estate, a lot of hotels, okay, all were financed and built by others, but using his brand image, okay? So there's no better business than building things where you don't have any capital involved. There's no loans and no operational risk. It's just basically your name and profit margins near 100%. So very interesting to kind of compare these Trump cryptos, Trump-backed cryptos, to essentially, they are essentially like his new hotels, his new real estate properties, his new casinos. And as you look at it, he's done over 121 deals worldwide for licensing with no investment required since 2016. That is when he said that in a kind of a conversation with Fortune. Now, this is where you look into some of the ones that did not work out. However, for a crypto that is now a $6+ billion asset. It's doing pretty well, okay? But this is something where you look into how they have made over $500 million as a family, as an entity, from its licensing deal within World Liberty Financial, okay? Eric Trump goes on to tell the New York Times it's one of the more successful things we've ever done, and it's easy to see why, okay? The licensing fee that the family receives on Trump-branded tokens has multiples much greater than what they've received on any Trump-branded real estate deal, okay? Also, we'll talk about kind of when we look into the 22.5 billion in World Liberty Financial tokens that Trump's additionally received. They have no equivalent outside of crypto, but this is something where you look into it and why a lot of people say that it's fair, it's his project, whatever. I understand that if he's doing this, that yes, he should be getting paid for his efforts, but if he's really trying to make a crypto for the people and to kind of springboard people into wealth, similar to what he did partially within that Trump token, but he's doing it more so in the fashion that it is the crypto Wild Wild West, okay? It's just like any other meme coin out there. You get in, get up, and get out, okay? But as we talk about it today, if you want to look into World Liberty Financial having a fully diluted $23 billion value, this is something where you look into, as long as the President Trump and his family want it to do well, I guess it will do well, okay? And that's something where myself personally, I am not invested in World Liberty Financial. I am not a person that is going to chase this one, okay? If you did not get in early on launch, if you're not on the inside, or you didn't have any pre-sale access to it, which you didn't, nobody did, that's kind of where you're kind of stuck here looking at this. And we're going to be following this project because it is very intriguing. But I think this is something where you look into World Liberty and their mission statement saying that they're trying to upgrade the finance for the digital era. But more so when it comes down to it at face value, this is just essentially another one of the Trump's businesses that is giving up 75% of the money that's raised in a branding deal without really any clear utility, okay? So that's just how I feel about it. There are a lot of things that we could talk about outside of this to kind of allude to what's actually going on, but what does it really offer, okay? And I think that's something where that is the big question that we have out there. I think a lot of people are just asking that question: why Trump token, or I'm sorry, why World Liberty Financial, and kind of what is it bringing to the table? Okay, there's no real access to World Liberty Financial holders, and as you talk about some of the collaborations and the mechanics within what World Liberty Financial is doing, essentially is just a branding deal that allows the Trump family to become rich off of a crypto. Okay. But there is a proposed Aave development that could create a natural venue as a claim for USD1 and connect World Liberty Financial governance to visible market parameters. But until this is kind of made public, this is just all speculation and essentially just kind of a discount for people that accrue to having their World Liberty Financial balance, okay? So it's a huge market cap right now, but they're not really doing anything new. I think that they are planning that stable coin and then also the governance behind it. But for what it is, guys, this is something that is very basic in nature, and I think that it's just more so unaccessible to actual, like myself, to you guys watching. We don't really have any true utility within this. It's just a way for Trump to create a very large entity with some huge backing to overtake a lot of market caps of cryptos that are ranked higher than them, but not really provide anything into the fold. Okay, so that's kind of why it's interesting to me, why I wanted to talk about it, and those are my thoughts about it. So leave a comment down below. Do you think it's a scam? Will you be getting into World Liberty Financial now that it is available since Monday? And just kind of giving you guys that update as what I've seen. Kind of interesting as essentially it's almost like a 75% commission or payment for just basically having that Trump image linked to World Liberty Financial. Okay. So that's kind of what we have going on. But for that ecosystem, right, there is a lot of things to talk about down the road we can get into within their treasury, the SWE partnership, the governance that is there. But for all things considered, nothing really pertains to people who actually hold the World Liberty Financial token. Okay. So that's my thoughts. Leave yours down below. Thank you all for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe before exiting this video. We'll have updates along the way, and I will thank you all once again, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.